Today we are testing to see if we can make traditional ice cream recipes work as creamies. They are all going to be dairy-free, gluten-free. I don't do dairy and I don't do gluten. Without further ado, let's get into testing these because your girl needs a creamy, like ASAP, and you know we gotta wait a while. Okay, so this first dairy-free ice cream recipe calls for 2 15-ounce cans full-fat coconut milk, a half a cup to 3/4 a cup pure maple syrup to taste, a half a teaspoon of sea salt, and 1 tablespoon of pure vanilla extract. We're gonna half this and pray that it fits in this pint container and see if it works as a creamy. This first recipe is from theroastedroot.net. I've never heard of this before. For the total recipe is 6 servings. I feel like that's a lot for a creamy. How much is she considering a serving? Okay, well, we're going to half this recipe. It says 2 15-ounce cans of full-fat coconut milk. This one can is 13.5, so we're just gonna, I don't know what 15 ounces would be. Like, this is a standard can. We're gonna use this. I'm going to put it all in my immersion blender. So I'm gonna put a full can of full-fat coconut milk in here. Oh, it squirted. This is kind of disgusting looking. I'm struggling to get all of this out and I don't know why. I got it on my forehead. Next, we're doing a 1/4 cup of pure maple syrup. I don't have anything fancy here. We're just using this McDonald's 100% pure maple syrup. Honestly, it was the cheapest I could find at the store, and maple syrup gets freaking expensive, and this tastes just the same as all the rest of them that were on the shelf. Once again, this is half of what the recipe calls for. Whoa. Oh, I just poured it all over the table. It's okay. It's okay. I will say this maple syrup is really runny. Here is our concoction so far. And there are not many ingredients in this. I honestly love that. And it's all healthy ingredients. So we're winning if it works. Now is a half a teaspoon of sea salt. So we're gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. But I have my salt in a grinder. So I'm just gonna wing it. And I like salt, so. All right, and next the recipe calls for a tablespoon of vanilla extract, so I'm going to do a half a tablespoon, and that I am going to measure. I have this organic pure vanilla extract without alcohol from Thrive Market, and it actually tastes good on its own compared to regular vanilla extract, which if you've ever tried, I don't recommend. It's absolutely disgusting. But this, like, I can lick the spoon afterwards and not be disgusted. But once again, we're doing half a tablespoon of this and no more because this is expensive. If you want to try Thrive Market, you can click the link in my description below and you can get 40% off your first order. Just saying. I love Thrive Market. You should try it. I feel like this is a lot of vanilla extract. Oops. Now I'm gonna blend it with my immersion blender until it is all combined and then pour it in my pint. There is a hair on me somewhere and I can't find it. It's driving me crazy. All right, I'd say that's pretty dang blended. I think this is gonna make 2 creamies. Let's see. Oh, that's pushing it, but oh, I probably should have tasted it. Hold on, let me get a spoon and taste this before I freeze it and see if it tastes okay. You know what? No, I'm gonna just drink it. I can drink this. Holy cow, that's so good. I wanna make this for my coffee. Oh, homemade coffee creamer. I'm actually gonna try that really quick. Let me pour a cup of coffee and put a little bit of this in it because honestly, this is a little more full than I would like it anyway because you know we're gonna have to respin it. If you don't have to respin your creamy, you deserve an award, and we're gonna have to put a little bit more milk in there. So you know, if you have a creamy, you know. Let me try this with coffee real quick, hold on. Okay, I just steamed it. I didn't put any like extra sweetener in my coffee, but I'm gonna try it. That looks so good. Oh my gosh, that is so good. Win or lose whether this creamy works or not, this is a win. Like, I'm so serious when I say I'm going to make homemade creamer like this. Oh my gosh. Wow. Keep in mind this is like high calorie, high fat. I mean, you've got the full fat coconut milk and 100% maple syrup, but it's much healthier than what you get at the grocery store. So cheers to that. My creamy pint is in the freezer. I'm gonna let it obviously freeze for at least 8 hours. So I might try it tonight. If not tonight, I will try it tomorrow. Let's fast forward. I'm excited. Okay, let's go. All right, it's the next day and I want my creamy. So here, I just took it out of the freezer. It hasn't thawed or anything, but this is what the top is looking like. And the layer is definitely separated, but I'm gonna run it under some water to kind of melt the sides a little bit. And then we're gonna throw it in the blender part of the Ninja Creami. All right, I put it on the ice cream setting once. And here is what it looks like. I'm gonna put a splash of milk in it and push respin. All right, let's check it out after a respin. Struggling to get the lid off. Okay, that is very chunky. I'm gonna scrape off the sides. I think I'm gonna put a splash of water in there and respin it again. I'm using a butter knife to scrape the sides and it's honestly working so much better than the spoon. Let's see what respinning it twice did. Okay, that's creamy. I think that's a good texture. I'm happy with that. All right, let's see how it tastes. Okay, that's really good. It actually tastes more like homemade vanilla ice cream than any other creamy I've ever done. There's a few little chunks, I think, of the coconut cream. Did we put coconut cream in this? Or the coconut milk? But I don't mind it. This is good. It's not too sweet. And I think that's because I put more water and I put like a splash of water and a splash of oat milk in it. I like it. This is a really good base to put whatever add-ins in. I don't know if I'm gonna do any, but I also think this would be really good with cinnamon in it. Right, I'd say this one's a win. I will say I'm glad that I put less than originally. Like, I'm glad I took some out because as you saw after the first spin, it filled it up a lot. So, yum. Okay, so here's the thing. What you just saw was months and months ago and I never finished this video, but I have been saving those clips because I really wanted to finish it and I think it's about time because I seriously can't even tell you how long it's been and I was not planning on doing this today. My plans today was yard work, so that's why I look like I do. But we're gonna make one more creamy, okay? And since it has been so long, I'm eating pretty differently. So back then I was doing a lot of coconut-based foods, very fatty foods, because I was on a paleo diet at the time, and that typically consists of more fattier foods. That just, it naturally happens. And now I'm eating primarily fruits and meat and veggies. Yeah, very different. I have been looking all morning for another recipe to do that is dairy-free, gluten-free, ice cream, not Ninja Creami recipe, and doesn't use coconut milk or any other ingredients that I don't have. I also don't have maple syrup like I always had on hand then, and vanilla extract. That's just something that I've stopped using because I don't really need it. I mean, it's not bad for you. Just one more thing to buy, you know? Anyways, so I kept coming across what seemed to be just using cashew milk and maple syrup. So I've been trying to kind of reinvent that in my own head because what I'm seeing trend is 2 cups of cashews, 2 cups of almond milk, and then a half of cup of maple syrup. And that just seems to be the recipe. So I'm going to use 1 cup of cashew milk and 2 tablespoons of agave. I have some organic agave instead of maple syrup. So yeah, that's me doing that. And I hope it works. So you know what? Let's get started. And then after my yard work in this hot June, late June, it's almost July, holy cow. This heat, I can have a creamy and celebrate cutting the grass and doing all the yard work because oh, it's gonna be hot out there. Okay, here is my favorite brand of milk if I buy it. If I don't buy it, I make it. But this is just cashews and water. I'm gonna do 1 cup. And then this is the agave. So we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of this. I hope I can get 2 tablespoons out of this. Okay, I accidentally did 4 tablespoons. So, well, not quite 4, almost 4. I did 53 grams. So, whoops. But this isn't as sweet as maple syrup anyway, so I think it'll be fine. I'm just gonna blend this up and that's literally it. Let it freeze and then I'll try it tonight. It is now the evening. This has been freezing for about 8 hours, which I found usually that tends to be okay. I love how Mia decides to drink every time I turn the camera on, I swear. But it looks weird on the top because it was really frothy from using a whisk, but I don't think it's gonna matter. I'm gonna make it. And I think I'm gonna throw some strawberries and some cacao nibs in it. 'It, for a little strawberry chocolate moment. Here's what it's looking like after one spin. It looks weird. I don't think I've ever had one look like this before. Oh, it definitely was not frozen enough. My bad. It'll be fine. It's fine. I made a mess. What's new? Ew. I don't like the way that tastes. It's very cashew agave-y. I don't know if I like that, y'all. I think I might have to put some cacao powder in there and make it chocolate. Respin. Here's what it's looking like. Definitely soft. Oh, it's just like a soft serve ice cream, like homemade ice cream. I don't love the flavor of it. I think it's the cashew. I don't like the cashew. Interesting. It's definitely sweet. I'm gonna put some sea salt, some cacao, and some strawberries and spin it again and see what happens. I will measure out exactly how much I'm using too. I'm just gonna throw a couple in there. There's dog hair, we don't want that. I did 54 grams of strawberries if you wanna get specific. I do not look cute, my bad. Here's my cacao. I like cacao. All right, let's see how much of this we use. 15 grams of cacao powder. I think I want to put some frozen banana in there. Okay, we'll spin it one more time, and if it's a weird texture, we'll put some bananas in there. Still powdery, obviously, but ideally you'd want to mix this in at first. Now it's way too soft. It's more like milkshake consistency. So I'm gonna put some frozen bananas in there. Although this would make such a good milkshake. That's really good. Love chocolate. I have some bananas that I have cut up and froze. Frozen bananas are one of my favorite snacks, and bananas are so cheap. Like, why not? That's 92 grams of bananas. This video has taken a very odd turn, but this is fun. I hope you're having fun with me. I'm just gonna put it on respin again. It may not like that, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay, it's worked. Okay, not bad. Not too bad. Okay, that's good. Can I say that I stuck to the original recipe? No, but you know what? You get the point. I hope you got some ideas for your creamies and some ways to fix your messed up creamies. I want to know, comment below, what is your favorite creamy ingredient or mix-in? My favorite creamy ingredient is actually steamed carrots and also potato. I know it sounds crazy, but those are my new favorite bases to make creamies with, and I might just have to show y'all how to do that. I post recipes like this all the time on my Instagram, especially on my stories, everything I eat throughout the day. My food may not be aesthetically pleasing, but I don't care, let's be real here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.